Hi, welcome to Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes and Panning, and I'm here this evening with some panning and I'm here with some clearing out. And if you want to see what I'm clearing out or what I'm panning, keep watching. So in my last video I chose my 10 favorite palettes and an honorable mention. So in this video I am choosing palettes to clear out that I definitely would never repurchase again. Not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just they aren't for me or to my taste. So let's see what I have. The first one I have is Starstruck limited edition Inglot X Mora, and it is that one there, magnetic, and those are the shades. And at first appearance you would imagine it's quite a neutral palette and quite a nice palette, and most people would get along with it, but the fact of the matter is the quality isn't in the palette. So after having used Inglot and loving their formula and seeing what they can do with shadow formula, no, I wouldn't. So I'm passing that on. And there is a highlight also and a contour, 6 shadows, 3 glitters or 3 shimmers, they're not actually glitter, shimmers, and 3 mattes, highlight and a contour, passing that on. Starstruck limited edition, magnetic. Right, so that's the first one down. And for those who have done a good clear out of their makeup, wherever they store it, be it in those lucky enough to have a beauty room, which I don't, or a dressing table or plastic drawers or whatever the case may be, that's actually what I use a lot of the time. These ones here with lids on them, clip-on lids and a handle, so I can put them underneath my dressing table and just take them out as I want to go, and they're so easy to see. Now, the second palette that I definitely wouldn't repurchase would be this one, and it is my first BH Cosmetics, and I dare say it definitely will be my last. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the fallout on the palettes, and it says you're on the VIP list. Purples. The colours themselves are quite nice, but no. Definitely not for me. Too messy to use. So that is a no-no. Now, some people love BH Cosmetics. Maybe I was unlucky with that particular palette. The third one, and this is a real oldie, and it definitely was a goodie in the sense that it is the palette that keeps on giving, because there doesn't seem to be any end to it. It was the original Naked. Still haven't panned it. Tried panning it. Just couldn't. So I know they have a new one out. Similar yet different. Some of these shades and some from other Naked palettes and some new ones. No, definitely not. Would never purchase that again. If I was to go back in a time capsule, that is. Obviously it can't be gotten now, but no, there is absolutely hardly any pan hit on those shades. They're so samey, and even the ones that aren't quite so samey, they're still samey, if you know what I mean. 4 would be the Avocado palette. Even though I'm definitely a green girl and I love my green shadows, I definitely wouldn't purchase this Avocado palette by Revolution again. There was just something about the formula that I didn't like. Something about the scent I don't like. No, the colours from here now look quite interesting and quite nice, and they are what they should be for an avocado palette, but no, I'd be definitely giving that one a miss. It wasn't the most expensive palette of the lot, but nevertheless, it all adds up. Wouldn't bother. Now, if you have any that I don't get along with and you love them, that's fine, because everybody is different. But for me, now this one is the Vlada Smashbox, and needless to say, Vlada Hegarty, the makeup artist, done a collab with Smashbox, and the palette wasn't cheap. There are 2 mattes and 6 shimmers. 2 can be used as highlight, the larger ones. So there's that. And whilst they are extremely smooth and quite pigmented, I would definitely be giving it a miss, because they are quite samey. Again, this one is the Sleek Lucid Dreams. And the reason that this would be a no-no the next time around would be that I don't use coloured shadows enough to warrant purchasing it. Plus the palette itself, the scent on it, I don't like it. No. I can smell it from here. I do not like the scent. Now that would apply in actual fact, truthfully, to all sleek shadows. There is a scent on them that I do not like, and I have a lot of sleek shadows. I have the 10 pans, 8 or 10, yeah, I think they're 10, and I have a lot of those, but I do not like the scent. Now the formula I did like, the colours I liked, and the actual little palette I liked, but just the scent, I can't get past it. So on this, it would definitely be a no, due to the fact that they're so vibrant. No, never again. Next one is Cat Eyes, and this is a Too Faced palette. Have it practically forever, haven't used it, have tried panning it, numerous project pans, and never got around to panning it. So that would definitely be a no-no for me. Packaging is lovely. The packaging is sturdy, durable, handy for traveling. The colours are quite nice. There's 2 golds, there's a silver, a black, there's a mauve, and there's a purple. That one there. Very pigmented, but just something about it. And then there's the larger ones for just putting your base down or covering over your primer. No, definitely wouldn't repurchase the Cat Eye. Now the Neutralize or the Naturalize, I did prefer this to the Cat Eye, but yet again it didn't get any use. And when I say it didn't get any use, it did get some use, but not enough to put a dent in it. Now the shades in this one are stunning, but no more than the Naked Original. They are very samey, and there isn't even, I think when they're doing palettes like this, if you just put one rogue colour, be it a purple, a deep purple, be it a navy, be it a deep emerald green, be it whatever colour, just one rogue colour to make the differ, to break it up. But then again, I suppose they couldn't call it the Naturalize if they did. So there is that. That's been passed on. So even though I'm definitely a green girl and I love my green shadows, I definitely wouldn't purchase this avocado palette by Revolution again. There was just something about the formula that I didn't like. Something about the scent I don't like. No. The colours from here now look quite interesting and quite nice, and they are what they should be for an avocado palette, but no, I'd be definitely giving that one a miss. It wasn't the most expensive palette of the lot, but nevertheless, it all adds up. Wouldn't bother. Now, if you have any that I don't get along with and you love them, that's fine, because everybody is different. But for me, now this one is the Vlada Smashbox, and needless to say, Vlada Hegarty, the makeup artist, done a collab with Smashbox, and the palette wasn't cheap. There are 2 mattes and 6 shimmers. 2 can be used as highlight, the larger ones. So there's that. And whilst they are extremely smooth and quite pigmented, I would definitely be giving it a miss, because they are quite samey again. So that would definitely be a no-no for me. That's the 4th one. No, the 5th one. The 6th one is the Sleek Lucid Dreams. And the reason that this would be a no-no the next time around would be that I don't use coloured shadows enough to warrant purchasing it. Plus the palette itself, the scent on it, I don't like it. No. I can smell it from here. I do not like the scent. Now that would apply in actual fact, truthfully, to all sleek shadows. There is a scent on them that I do not like, and I have a lot of sleek shadows. I have the 10 pans, the 8 or 10, yeah, I think they're 10, and I have a lot of those, but I do not like the scent. Now the formula I did like, the colours I liked, and the actual little palette I liked, but just the scent, I can't get past it. So on this, it would definitely be a no, due to the fact that they're so vibrant. No, never again. Next one is Cat Eyes, and this is a Too Faced palette. Have it practically forever, haven't used it, have tried panning it, numerous project pans, and never got around to panning it. So that would definitely be a no-no for me. Packaging is lovely. The packaging is sturdy, durable, handy for traveling. The colours are quite nice. There's 2 golds, there's a silver, a black, there's a mauve, and there's a purple. That one there. Very pigmented, but just something about it. And then there's the larger ones for just putting your base down or covering over your primer. No, definitely wouldn't repurchase the Cat Eye. Now the Neutralize or the Naturalize, I did prefer this to the Cat Eye, but yet again it didn't get any use. And when I say it didn't get any use, it did get some use, but not enough to put a dent in it. Now the shades in this one are stunning, but no more than the Naked original. They are very samey, and there isn't even, I think when they're doing palettes like this, if you just put one rogue colour, be it a purple, a deep purple, be it a navy, be it a deep emerald green, be it whatever colour, just one rogue colour to make the differ, to break it up. But then again, I suppose they couldn't call it the natural eyes if they did. So there is that. That's been passed on. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another one that's very samey, and this is NYX Ultimate. And the reason I specifically dislike this one is because the fact that they're so similar is an issue, but mostly because they're so warm toned colours do not agree with me at all, and they are very warm. Now I would find that very comparable to the palette I dislike the most in my 10, and that would be the Naked Heat. So the Naked Heat and the Ultimate from Naked Heat, Ultimate from NYX. If you do like the Naked Heat and you would be interested in purchasing it and you don't want to spend the price of it, even though it's an older palette and it's gone out of favour on YouTube and everywhere else, if NYX still do the Ultimate, they are so similar. It could be considered a dupe. So that is my least favourite out of all the palettes I have. So that would be on par with that. So as I was saying in the last video, pastels and myself don't get along very well. It isn't that there's anything wrong with them. It isn't that they aren't gorgeous. It's just that I just can't pull them off anymore. So that is one of the final palettes I definitely wouldn't purchase again, and it's Peachy Queen, and it is the I'll put the palette name in the description or on the video. I can't remember what it's called. Good Vibes Angel Psychic. Oh yeah, I do actually. It's the, I think it's the Y2K, the Y2K palette, and it has a load of shimmers, and it has some nice mattes, and there are pastels, and it has a beautiful highlight down at the bottom. But it is just not for me, and it is, at the end of the day, I think it amounts to personal preference. It's not that they're good, they're bad, or there's anything wrong with them. It's just whether the person using them is going to get the usage out of them to purchase them. So the last one at the minute that I am clearing out is called Light Up the Night, and it's another more recent Inglot one. And it has 6 shades, and yet again the quality just isn't in it. So that is the reason for that. Now I am also going to show you in this video palettes that I have came across that I'm definitely going to be getting some use out of. So the first one, we go, is my Project Pan with Faye Blatcher, and it is from the Mardi Gras Project Pan, and the 2 shades in this that I'm using are, and I have been enjoying, MAC Goldmine, which is the goldy yellow up here, and this one down here is the Makeup Geek, Marlena, the Makeup Geek, her shadow Makeup Geek in Jester. So I always thought that these 2 shades were quite similar. Now the Makeup Geek, if you put it in the MAC palette, it can be a little difficult to get in and out because it is slightly bigger than a MAC eyeshadow. So Sumptuous Olive by MAC, that's that one, and Gesture by The Makeup Geek, and that is that one. Makeup Geek Gesture, love that. And that is in my Mardi Gras with Faye Blatcher panning challenge or project pan. And this is another one that I will be using more and getting use out of it, Sumptuous Olive by MAC. Now when I used Sumptuous Olive initially, I always paired it with this one, and the proven that I love it is because I have two of them. This is MAC Amber Lights. Now for those who are OGs on YouTube, I'm sure that you would remember Kathleen Lights or watch her still, maybe a lot of people. Kathleen Lights chose her name from this shade by MAC, Amber Lights. So I have two of them. And that was actually the first eyeshadow that I purchased off MAC, was Amber Lights. So I will be getting more use out of those too. So there they are again, three. Amber Lights, Gesture and Sumptuous Olive. Now also I have some MAC ones in this Inglot palette. Now a lot of them I can't get back up, they're stuck to the base, so I don't know what the names of them are. We have a peach, we have a brown, we have a mauve, we have a silver, we have a chocolate, and we have a grey. And then we have one or two Inglot, we have one or two Bare Minerals blushes in various pan sizes, and we have Bare Minerals shadows. So those are that. Now hopefully I will get a little bit of use. I don't intend to pan them completely. Some of them might have gotten hard pan on them, and some of them, if I get some use out of them, I will discard them eventually. But in the meantime, I'll try and use them up and see what they're like. And then I have a couple more here, and these ones are also in a Makeup Geek palette. See? I don't want to tip them too high because some of them will possibly fall out. The square one, the large square one, is Inglot, and the other 5 are MAC. Now the most broken one is one of my all-time favourite MAC shades, even though I can never remember, is it called Down Brown or Brown Down? But it's either or, and it can only be purchased as a single. It can't be purchased for a MAC palette. You can only purchase it in the clam pot. So there's that, and that's what happened as I tried to remove it to return the pot for back to MAC. It got a little tear in it, and then it broke because it was so soft. But this is, as you can see, the most beautiful brown ever, in my opinion. It is a rich, dark espresso brown, and it is stunning. Now MAC do have a shade called Espresso, but it is nothing like that. That is just, it is the best brown I have ever had. This is the Inglot one. Which is slightly more purple. So there they go, side by side. Now finally, some of these palettes are shedding, they're so old, and some of them aren't all that old, the shades. So I am going to try and get a little bit more use out of this, which is my naked tray. Now, of all the nakeds, I purchased the Naked Original, I purchased the Naked 2, I purchased the Naked Smoky, I purchased the Naked On The Run, the Naked Heat, but this was the one I wasn't going to purchase because I didn't think I would like it, and it turns out that this was the one I liked the best, the Naked Tray. So I am going definitely to try and use some more. I've hit pan there, and I have put a dent in some of them, but it is a beautiful palette and I'm going to try and get more use out of it. So that's the Naked Tree. And finally, let's play Too Faced. Now, for those who watch, you will be aware that this is a kind of a newer palette to me. And the reason I'm going to put this one in here is because, oops, I think that this is such a handy little palette for taking away. Now, usually when I say samey, I do not think that for 8 colours it is very samey. They're not the colours that I would be drawn to initially. There is a pink, kind of a cerise pink, which wouldn't be my thing. There is a shimmer pink / purple, and then there is a deep, which I would be drawn to, a deep kind of, it's not aubergine, but it's not purple either. It's a lovely shade, this one here. But I think for what it is, 8 pans, those are the shimmers. You can see that. And then there is a matte, another shimmer, I think there is slight room for maneuver as regards using that for different looks. If you took it away with you or just threw it in your makeup bag, you can just use 1 or 2 colours and you're going to get a couple of different looks. They mightn't be your favourite colours, but you're bound to find something you like, and that's why I like that little Let's Play by Too Faced. So, a lot of the Too Faced palettes I find are quite dusty, but this one isn't for some reason, so that's quite impressive. And there we have my mess, what I'm keeping, what I'm using, and what I am discarding. And I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you if you stayed the duration of the video. It's appreciated. And until the next time, all the best. Thanks. Bye.